So hello, my name is Julia and welcome back to my channel. This year I'm going to be really going hard on posting more videos. My goal is to post at least one per week, so let's keep that up and the momentum. Today's class is going to be just a short and sweet 15-minute power yoga flow, and I cannot wait to have you on the mat with me. So with all that said, let's get started and coming into a nice child's position. So you can have your knees as wide as you like and sitting the hips back towards the heels. Walk the hands out in front of you. Let your head rest on the mat and just breathe here. Inhale and exhale. Allowing this moment of introspection to let you connect with your breath and maybe take a moment to check in, see how you're feeling. Really grounding into the mat, grounding into whatever surface is beneath you, and allowing yourself this 15 minutes to connect with yourself, to strengthen your body, and to calm the mind. Breathing deeply here. Exhale. Take one more deep breath here. Exhale, sighing out the mouth. And then slowly walking the hands over towards the right, allowing the head to drop down again and feeling a nice stretch along the left side body. This is a great one if you have a tight lower back as well. So really breathe deeply here. Lengthen this side. And then coming back through center, taking it over to the left. Bring the right hand maybe on top of the left hand and inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, sighing out the mouth. Slowly coming back to center and then walking the hands to meet the legs and coming into a seated position, tucking the toes under, and we'll get a nice toe stretch here into the lower meridians. And allowing yourself to bring your arms up overhead on an inhale, and on the exhale, opening your arms to a kind of goalpost shape, 90 degrees. Exhale, curling in, so bringing the hands together. Inhale, opening, breathing into the chest. Exhale to curl in. Inhale to open, warming up the shoulders. Exhale to curl in. Inhale to open. And then slowly releasing the arms and shaking them out. Coming back into our tabletop position here, planting the hands down on the mat and tucking the toes under it and lifting your hips up into downward facing dog. Allow your head to hang heavy here and bend one knee at a time. So we're opening up the back of the legs, breathing deeply. Inhale. And exhale. Now our shoulders are all warmed up. It's time to build some strength in them. So on an inhale, I want you to come up onto your tippy toes and then tuck your belly button in towards the spine as you roll over like a wave into a high plank position. Remembering to drop the hips down and really push through all 10 fingertips here. So we're taking a lot of the pressure off of the wrists, and kick the heels towards the back of the mat. So the whole body is working here. Everything is activated, and you should feel a little shake. I'm definitely feeling that too. Inhale and exhale, bend the knees, push the hips up and back. One more time. Inhale, rolling forward like a wave, and holding here for one breath. Feeling strong, starting the year off right. Inhale, and then exhale, bend the knees, push the hips up and back into downward facing dog. And let's slowly tiptoe our feet towards our hands at the top of the mat. Bend the knees generously, grab opposite elbow with opposite hand, and you can sway from side to side in ragdoll. Feeling that beautiful stretch along the lower back, opening up the back body. Inhale here, and exhale. And then slowly releasing the hands, tuck the chin towards the chest, and we'll roll ourselves up to standing. Inhale, let the arms come up overhead. Bring the palms to touch. And then exhale, hands coming down through heart center. Sun salutation A. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands coming up to the shins so we have a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands. Step back into a high plank position and bring your knees down, your chin and your chest, hugging the elbows in towards the rib cage and slowly pushing forward into a baby cobra. Again, bringing those elbows close in towards the body. Exhale, head down, tuck the toes, bring your seat to your heels and lift your hips up for downward facing dog. So that felt really good. And I think we can do another one here. So on an inhale and an exhale, slowly walk your feet towards your hands again. Inhale, coming back to that flat back position. Exhale to fold. And inhale, arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank, and your choice, either knees, chest and chin, or taking it down into chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Take a breath here, inhale and exhale. And then slowly walk your feet forward, coming into forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Now try and keep your left foot nice and firm on the mat as we inhale and bring our right knee in towards our chest. So just take a moment here to feel the balance. Try and get yourself nice and stable. And when you're ready, slowly kicking that right leg back behind you, flexing the foot, and then taking a step back and finding yourself into a high lunge. Inhale here, and exhale, sinking the hips down. One more, inhale, and then exhale, slowly bring the hands down in front of heart center, and we're going to come back into the position we just came from, and inhale the right knee in towards the chest. Slowly release the right foot down and shake out the legs. Getting some heat built in the entire body this year. So other side, right foot planted on the mat and bringing the left knee in towards the chest. Holding here, activating the core, seeing how still you can stay. And then slowly flexing the left foot and kicking it back. Coming into a brief warrior three before we step our left foot back, arms up for high lunge. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale. And then slowly exhale, hands come back in front of the heart center and coming back into the knee, in towards the chest, and release the foot. Amazing. This time we're going to plant the left foot down again, bring the hands together in front of the heart. The right knee comes in towards the chest, and then slowly kicking back into high lunge. The same thing. Up into high lunge here. And then we're going to drop and bend that back knee. So try to make sure that the front leg is in a nice 90-degree angle and we're not putting too much pressure on the knee here. And we're going to add some pulses. So really firing up the thighs, make sure your core is nice and engaged here. So we're not putting any pressure on the lower back. And pulsing for another 3, 2, 1. You can straighten that back leg out again. Hands come towards heart center. And this time, before we bring the knee in towards the chest, we're going to kick forward into a warrior three with the hands together. So try to flex that back leg here, feeling that left thigh really fire up. The left leg is working really hard today. And see if you can bring the knee back into the chest. Perfect, cool. So don't worry if you couldn't do it. Just make sure you try again and again, and we'll get stronger and stronger together. Okay, other side. So planting the right foot down onto the mat, bring the left knee in towards the chest, coming back into our high lunge. So slowly releasing the left foot, arms up overhead. And when you're ready, bending the back knee, making sure the core is engaged, and we start pulsing here. Warming up the thighs, warming up the lower body. For another 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Bring the hands down through heart center again, and we got it. Back into warrior 3. So kick off the back leg and slowly come into our brief warrior 3. Inhale. And then slowly try and bring the left knee back in towards the chest. And release. Amazing work, everyone. That's so cool. Bring the feet together. One last little leg exercise here as we exhale and come into our chair pose, sitting the hips nice and back, and try to lift the toes up to make sure that, again, there's no pressure on the knees here. All the weight is going into the booty. Sitting down. And we're just going to slowly make our way onto our seat. So feel that shake as you get lower and lower and lower. And then releasing the hips onto the mat. Lifting the feet off the mat and now coming into Navasana, into boat pose. So the key here is to have a really nice open chest. So we're not curling here, we're actually making sure the core is nice and activated, pointing the toes, gazing in front of you. And if you'd like to, you can also straighten the legs or straighten one at a time. Holding here for 2. And 1. And then we'll slowly come into a low boat here. So everything is just slightly off the mat. Gazing in front of you. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Amazing work. Now you can bring your feet in closer towards the hips here. Plant the hands onto the mat. Fingertips grazing the back of the ankles. And lift up into a nice bridge pose here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then slowly release the hips down onto the mat. One last exercise today. Bring the arms up overhead. And on the inhale, we're going to crunch up, hands coming towards us as if they're energetically pulling towards the front of the mat. Chin in towards the chest, keeping the neck nice and safe. Exhale, release. And as we release, lift the hips up. So arms come down, hips come down, and then come up into your crunch. Exhale, release, and bring the hips up, arms behind the head. 3 more like this. Inhale, and exhale. A little abs and booty combo. Inhale, and exhale. Last time, go higher for both exercises. Exhale, and then slowly release. Hug those knees in towards the chest. And give yourself a nice little roll on the lower back here. You have done amazing. So slowly rock and roll yourself up to a nice seat here. And bring the soles of the feet together. Nice. So roll the shoulders up and back. Spine is nice and long. And just fold over the legs here for 2 breaths. Letting yourself calm down after that short but strong practice. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And slowly walk your hands coming towards the legs. Find yourself into a nice comfortable seated position here. Bring the hands out beside you and inhale one last time, arms up. Exhale, palms touch and come down in front of heart center. Allow your chin to come towards the chest and bowing towards yourself. Allow a little smile to come on your face as you give yourself a moment of gratitude for showing up and getting on the mat today. Inhale and exhale, sigh out the mouth. You can slowly bring your hands onto your thighs again, and congratulations, you have made it through a lovely little yoga practice together. It's a great way to start the year. I'm really excited to start strong with you and keep this energy and this motivation going. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time.